guys, I am making a sheet pan breakfast bake this morning, and it's going to be basically everything we love in a breakfast in one sheet pan. Easy to serve, easy to make, and I think you just can't go wrong with this recipe. What I'm going to use is a pound of semi-crisped bacon. I'm just going to crisp it up a little bit so that it can finish cooking with the rest of the ingredients on the sheet pan. And then this is a great recipe to use up whatever you have in the fridge, because I'm just gathering together the last little bits of shredded cheese that I have to equal about 2 cups of shredded cheese. You can use cheddar, mozzarella, anything you have on hand. A half cup of softened butter, some salt and pepper, and you can add any other spices you would like as well. I am using an 11 by 17 inch sized baking sheet. So for that, I think it's going to take 6 eggs so that we can evenly spread out the eggs. And I'm not sure exactly yet how much shredded hash browns it's going to take. Probably 4 to 5 cups, I'm assuming, but I can let you know as soon as we get back. So I got 2 bags of these just to be safe, and I used the frozen shredded hash browns. All the work is done for me, and I love that, but feel free to use fresh potatoes too and go ahead and shred them up. You're going to need a giant bowl, and I am using, like I said, an 11 by 17 inch baking sheet. If you've got a bigger one and you're going to have more people, just double the amounts here. So when I get back, I will start assembling and we will see how it goes from there. So I will see you back here in a minute. Okay, so I have the rest of the bacon par cooking in the microwave. Like I said, I'm not taking this bacon all the way to the crispy stage. This is about how far you want to get your bacon, because it's going to be in the oven as long as it takes the eggs to cook. You'll see what I'm talking about as we move forward, but just get it to about this stage, slightly cooked but not totally crispy yet, and you'll be good. In this bowl I added all of the ingredients. It did not take any more than 1 pound of shredded hash browns, which I think is about 6 cups is what I measured. So I have an extra bag of hash browns now in the freezer, so you'll just need 1 bag of the 1 pound pre-shredded frozen hash browns, or go ahead and shred your own, and combine all of that into the bowl with the cheese, the butter, the salt, the pepper. I'm going to mix this all up and put it into the sheet pan. That's going to go into a 375 oven with nothing else on it. And when I get back, I can let you know how long it was in there, because this is like a 2-stage process for this breakfast. We're going to crisp up the hash browns and cheese, and then we're going to make our little nests inside, and it'll go back in the oven for a few minutes. So like I said, this is going into the oven now on the sheet pan, and when we get back, you'll see what that looks like, and we will move forward from there. So I will see you back here. Hey there guys. Okay, so I did what I said, and I put all of the hash browns and cheese and everything into my baking pan. I had this wild idea, and this is kind of how things go with me, so I thought I'd let you in on this. I finished cooking up the bacon, and I'm left here with this plate of bacon grease. I know this is going to drive some of you crazy, and I typically don't eat like this either, but I saw these two sitting next to each other, and I think they love each other, the grease and the potatoes. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour the bacon grease just a little bit over the top of the potatoes before they go in the oven. You don't have to do this. Don't hold me accountable if you do this, but I just had to. So there's a little insight into the way my mind works sometimes. We will see how it turns out. I've never done that before. I just couldn't resist. So these are going in the oven, and I will see you back here in just a few. Okay, you guys, the hash browns were in the oven at 375 for exactly 45 minutes. I don't know if you can see very well, but they got a nice golden crust on them. You can take these as far as you'd like before you put the bacon and the egg on them. It will just depend on how you like your hash browns. Once we put the egg on and put them back in the oven, I think they're only going to be in there a good 5 minutes or so, just until you get the eggs the way that you like. I like them over medium, which is just a little bit runny in the center and absolutely no runny white. I don't like that. But at this point, it will be up to you how long it goes back. So all I did is I made a little indent inside the hash browns, equally spaced apart. I added the par cooked bacon, and now all I'm doing is dropping in an egg and hoping that it stays there. And it's going to go back in the oven, and I'm thinking probably, like I said, about 5 minutes in the oven to get it to the way that I like my eggs. So it's up to you at this point, and I will show you the finished product as soon as the eggs are done. See you back here in just a minute. So here it is. I put the eggs back in the oven for about 8 minutes or so, just to get them the way that I like them. It's a totally personal choice, so go ahead and cook them up however you like your eggs. But here we have a sheet pan breakfast bake. We have the cheesy hash browns cooked in a little bit of the bacon fat, which I think made a huge difference. We'll find out. On a sheet pan. Over medium eggs on a little bacon bed, all ready to go. And here it is. Hash browns, bacon, eggs, cheese. I'm a little bit excited to give this a try.